God says, listen to me with your soul, not just your ears. I am speaking to you now, not by accident, not by coincidence. You are not reading this randomly. This moment, this very second, is chosen. It is not ordinary. It is a divine turning point. Archangel Michael is watching over you right now with fierce urgency in his eyes. He came running, wings wide open, not gently this time, but like a thunderclap across the sky. Because he says, only 5 minutes are left. And what happens next depends entirely on your obedience to this message. You are not just a soul wandering through life. You are the chosen. You have cried when no one saw you. You stayed strong when no one helped you. You've been betrayed in silence. You've been patient through storms that were sent to crush you. But today, the message you're receiving is not another whisper, it's a cry from heaven. Archangel Michael is shouting because you've reached a critical crossroad. One wrong move, one ignored sign, and everything will shift away from what God has stored for you. The clock is ticking in the spiritual realm. The angels are not walking, they are flying. Michael's sword is drawn, not in violence, but in preparation. Because heaven is about to deliver justice in your favor. But justice is not random. It needs your yes. It needs your spiritual readiness. It needs your spiritual eyes wide open. This message is not meant to be skipped. If you skip it, you will cry in confusion later. Because Michael will not be able to help if you deliberately ignore him again. God says, I've been waiting. I've been watching you. I've seen how you forgave people who broke you. I've seen how you held yourself together when even your family tried to rip you apart. I've seen how you had no one, yet you still prayed. And now, your prayers have reached me. But child, this blessing I am sending is sensitive. It's not public. It's private. It's only for you. And it's time sensitive. Archangel Michael says, there are massive changes coming. Not ordinary changes. Not minor shifts. But changes that can rewrite the next 10 years of your life. But the reason we say only 5 minutes are left is because the enemy has already begun moving in your direction. And you are not aware of it. The same people you trust are talking behind your back. The same ones who laugh with you are secretly planting traps for you. I've heard them. I've seen the dark meetings. But you have no idea. That's why I am warning you now. There's a letter coming with your name on it. There's a person who is about to reappear in your life, not to bless you, but to ruin what God is trying to build. This person carries a fake smile and a hidden knife. But you still think they're genuine. You still believe they love you. That's why this message must open your eyes now. You don't have the luxury of ignoring another spiritual message. This is not an ordinary day. This is not an ordinary message. This is a supernatural instruction. God says, I gave Archangel Michael this one assignment, to protect your life. But protection only works when you listen. And I'm telling you now, you have a window of grace that is closing rapidly. If you miss this, you will regret it. Michael says, you are walking toward something that looks good but is poison. You are being drawn into a contract, a promise, a relationship, a deal, or an opportunity that appears beautiful, but it is hollow. There's deception behind it. There's betrayal stitched into it. I have been trying to tell you this in your dreams. I've whispered warnings. I've sent small signs. But you keep brushing them off as coincidences. Child, they are not coincidences. They are divine alerts. And this is the final one. The reason you've been feeling restless is because your soul already knows something is off. The reason your sleep has been disturbed is because your spirit is being shaken by angelic warning. You are being called to attention because someone around you is lying. Someone around you has made a plan that does not involve your victory. They smile in your face, but they mock you in private. And I, the Lord, have heard their conversations. There are changes happening behind your back. But they cannot succeed unless you continue in ignorance. So I am stopping time spiritually for you. I am holding open this moment so you can hear me clearly. You are my child. You are my anointed. And I have appointed this moment to be your awakening. If you obey this, everything will shift in your favor. If you ignore this, you will lose something important, and you won't even realize it until it's too late. Michael says, you've trusted too easily. You've given access to people who did not deserve it. But now it's time to reclaim your spiritual power. It's time to remove the masks. It's time to let the old cycle end. I'm not here to beg you. I'm here to protect you. But I can only protect what is obedient to heaven's instruction. The next 48 hours hold divine information. Someone will call. Someone will knock. Someone will bring news. But you must pray before reacting. You must be still before deciding. Because this next decision will not just affect your present, it will shape your destiny. Heaven has already prepared the miracle, but hell has launched a distraction. And that's why this moment is urgent. You will see a dream tonight. A name will appear. A symbol will be shown. That dream is from me, not your mind. Do not forget it. Write it down. Because it will carry the instruction that will unlock the breakthrough. But if you treat this like another message, if you scroll past it, then even Michael's wings will fold in sorrow. Because he cannot force you to act. You must choose. God says, you are not alone. You never were. Even when you thought no one saw your pain, I did. Even when you cried silently into your pillow, I counted each tear. But I allowed certain betrayals because I needed to show you who was real. I allowed certain delays because I needed to protect you from fake blessings. But now I am releasing something pure. Something meant only for you. And I need you to protect it. Michael says, there is someone who once left you. But they're coming back, not because they love you, but because they see your light growing. Do not let sympathy confuse you. Just because they return doesn't mean they've changed. You must discern the difference between apology and manipulation. And if you're confused, I will give you signs, if you ask. God says, there is a financial release tied to your obedience. There is a healing attached to your surrender. There is a relocation, a divine move, already prepared, but you must activate it through action. I'm not just giving you a miracle. I'm giving you a mission. And those who accept this mission will see what others only dream about. Michael says, the attacks you've faced lately were not ordinary. They were allowed because of the anointing that is about to be revealed in your life. The enemy saw the scroll of your destiny. He saw the light increasing around you. And he panicked. That's why strange things have been happening. That's why confusion, delay, fear, and fatigue hit you all at once. Because darkness wants to block what is about to be born from your spirit. But it cannot win, unless you remain passive. God says, I will bless you so visibly that even your enemies will have to testify. I will open doors that no man can shut. I will lift you from private pain to public favor. But I need your faith louder than your fear. I need your yes, even when you're unsure. I need your courage, even if it trembles. Michael says, this is your moment of divine exposure. This is when the truth comes out. This is when the veil lifts. People you once defended will be revealed for who they really are. But don't cry over them. Celebrate. Because it means your soul is being cleaned of false attachments. You are not weak. You are not abandoned. You are not late. You are right on time for your miracle. But you must move now. The delay is over. The pain had a purpose. The silence was strategic. And this moment is sacred. Heaven is watching. Michael is ready. But the decision is yours. If you believe this, don't just say it. Show it. Pray. Act. Cut off what needs to be cut. Start what needs to be started. Listen to what your spirit already knows is true. You felt this message before you read it. That is not an accident. That's divine confirmation. Heaven is not playing with your life. You are being watched. You are being surrounded. And you are being called. This is your final confirmation. Your final warning. and your final divine instruction. Michael says, if you walk away from this message without responding, I will not be able to protect what you don't value. But if you obey this now, I will stand between you and every arrow. I will shut every demonic mouth. I will cancel every evil plan. And I will carry your name into the courts of heaven myself. God says, 5 minutes. That's all the grace you have left to respond. Don't waste it. Don't wait. Don't scroll. Don't postpone. Open your spirit. Cry if you must. But obey. This is not a suggestion. This is a supernatural summons. Heaven is waiting on your yes. Will you answer now? It moved restlessly in the realm of dreams, sensing her presence at the threshold. You may not remember the dream clearly, but you were there, standing at a door that wouldn't open. That door was your own, and the reason it wouldn't open is because God was protecting you. Not everything that arrives at your doorstep is meant to be welcomed. But this visitor, she wasn't there to come in. She was there to leave something behind. She fulfilled a sacred assignment that has been brewing in the heavens for nearly 17 years. Archangel Michael says the time has come for a reckoning. What she left behind is something that belongs to you, but was stolen long ago. You forgot it because pain made you forget. You buried it because survival made you focus elsewhere. But heaven never forgot. This woman was chosen as a carrier. She doesn't speak because she carries the burden of secrecy. She cannot knock because what she carries doesn't belong in the natural world. She was assigned to return something, a piece of you that was stolen by people who knew exactly what they were doing. God says, this is your hour of spiritual remembrance. The object left behind is not metal or paper. It is a spiritual scroll. It carries your name, your true destiny, your spiritual inheritance, and a secret message written in divine language. Only your soul knows how to read it. That's why, since last night, your heart has been unsettled. You keep checking your phone for no reason. You're looking out the window more than usual. Something in your spirit is trying to reconnect with what was taken. Archangel Michael stood by as she placed the scroll. He did not interfere because her purpose was authorized by God Himself. But now Michael speaks loudly. He says, if you ignore this, it will seal. If you delay, it will vanish. If you accept it, everything changes. What changes, you ask? Everything. Your finances. Your relationships. The spiritual war around you. The direction of your life. Even your memory. Because with this scroll comes the power to remember who you really are, and why you've been attacked for so long. This woman, she is not a stranger. She's connected to your bloodline. She carries the eyes of someone long past. She was sent from a realm that doesn't operate by human time. Her silence is louder than any scream. Because if she had spoken, your spirit would have fallen to its knees. Her presence carried a vibration of truth so deep that it shattered every lie that's ever been spoken over you. Last night, your name was spoken in the courts of heaven. And before dawn, a decision was made. The delay is over. The divine clock has struck. The spiritual scroll has been delivered. Now the test begins. Will you open it? Not with your hands, but with your awareness? Will you step into the identity it's calling you to remember? There is more. Michael says that the woman wasn't the only one near your door. Someone else came before her, someone who has tried to block your blessings for years. A spirit of delay, wrapped in human form. They walked by earlier in the evening. They looked at your door. They hesitated. But something stopped them from acting. That something was Michael. His sword burned blue that night. Heaven had issued a command, no more interference. That's why your sleep felt different. That's why, even now, you feel that strange tension in the air. You're caught in a divine moment, an intersection between the spiritual and the physical. What happens next depends entirely on your willingness to accept what's been returned to you. The scroll contains more than your future. It contains names, people you must be careful of now. It contains dates, divine appointments that are about to occur. And it contains a final warning about someone you trust too much. Yes, Michael is revealing this now. There's a woman in your life who seems innocent, helpful, even godly. But she's been secretly feeding information about you to another party. She thinks you don't know. But heaven knows. And now, so do you. This scroll will awaken your sight. You will begin to know things before they happen. People will speak, and you will see through their words. You will dream again, but this time with clarity. You'll stop forgetting your visions. You'll begin to hear messages in the quiet moments. You'll be drawn to certain scriptures and songs. This is the beginning of your divine reactivation. What was stolen is coming back. What was silenced is rising. What was hidden is being exposed. But beware. The enemy has already sensed the shift. Since the scroll was left, strange things may begin to happen. Misunderstandings. Accidents. Emotional chaos. These are spiritual distractions meant to confuse you before you align with your scroll. Don't fall for them. Don't argue with anyone unnecessarily. Don't chase after those who walk away. This is not the time to explain yourself. It is the time to receive what heaven has returned to you. And know this, the scroll can only be read in silence. Go to a quiet place. Sit. Close your eyes. Speak nothing. Listen inwardly. You'll feel it. The words will arrive in your mind like flashes, images, voices of loved ones who've passed. You might cry. Let it come. That's not weakness, it's remembrance. Every tear is decoding a line from the scroll. God says, I have waited long to return this to you. The people who stole it thought I forgot. But I never forget my own. The delay was not my silence, it was my strategy. I've brought you to this moment not to punish you, but to promote you. And Michael says, you must walk differently now. Look behind you no more. That scroll is your sword now. That truth is your shield. Your silence is your power. Your presence is prophetic. Something else must be said. The woman who stood at your door, she is being watched too. She's not just a messenger. She's someone who made a deal to protect you at her own cost. She forfeited something to deliver that scroll. Pray for her. Her destiny is tied to yours. You will see her again, not in this form, not this season, but her spirit will return when your mission reaches its most dangerous phase. God is not playing with this moment. Heaven is serious. That's why Michael is here. That's why the scroll was left instead of handed to you. Because what's holy cannot be handled casually. You must choose to receive it. And now, the next phase begins. Archangel Michael says, it's only for you. And I don't say this lightly. I don't speak this to many. I am calling you now, not later, not tomorrow, not when it's convenient. Right now. Because you have 5 minutes left before the gate closes. 5 minutes before the shift happens. 5 minutes before you step into a completely different dimension of your life. 5 minutes, and if you ignore this, I will no longer be able to help you in the way I've been helping. That's not a punishment, it's the law of heaven. What is open now may not be opened later. What I am offering to you is time-sensitive. It is delicate. It is sacred. And it is urgent. God says, listen to the sound of my voice through this message. Do not treat this as words on a screen. This is not a coincidence. This is a divine appointment. Heaven is roaring. Angels are moving. I am stretching my hand toward you. My spirit is calling out your name. I have watched you in secret. I've seen your heartbreak, your inner screams, the battles you've fought silently. And now I am saying, enough is enough. You will not be broken anymore. You will not walk around wearing chains of shame. You will not remain in a place of confusion, doubt, or despair. Because I have come for you. I, the Lord your God, have declared this as the moment everything begins to change. And Archangel Michael has been sent to warn you, to protect you, to surround you with power so intense that even the gates of hell must step back. Do you feel it in your spirit? That flutter in your chest, that sudden stirring, that unshakable awareness that something is happening beyond what the eyes can see, that is confirmation. You are not imagining it. You are being summoned. And if you ignore this, if you dismiss it, then you are walking away from the very thing you've been praying for. Your name has been spoken in the halls of heaven. There has been a discussion about you, about what you've endured, about what was stolen from you, about the lies you were made to believe. And heaven said, "Enough. It's time to restore it all." That's why the urgency is so heavy. That's why Archangel Michael is shouting through the spiritual veil. Because this isn't about religion. This isn't about being perfect. This is about heaven fighting to get you back, to bring you into alignment with the divine plan that was always yours. You've wasted enough time surrounded by people who don't see you. You've tried to explain your heart to people who never had the capacity to hold it. You've cried in places that should have been safe. You've prayed and felt like you were talking to a wall. But God was listening. Every time. Even when you were too tired to say a word, even when all you had were broken sobs and thoughts you couldn't explain, He heard you. And He didn't forget. That's why now, suddenly, when you were about to give up, this message found you. Because it's divine. It's intervention. It's rescue. And it's only for you. Archangel Michael stands behind you now. Not in silence, but in a spiritual roar that says, "No more." No more to the pain that repeats. No more to the delays. No more to the cycles of self-doubt, depression, heartbreak, and abandonment. The chains are being broken now. But only if you open your spirit. Only if you say yes to this moment. You can't keep waiting for more signs, this is the sign. You can't wait for someone else to validate you, God already has. You can't wait for the world to understand what God has already written about you in heaven's scrolls. This is the 5-minute mark where destinies are sealed. If you open your heart, you'll feel heaven aligning. You'll sense the movement of something huge. The spiritual realm is active, loud, alive with your name on it. Angels are not silent right now. They are writing, they are recording, they are moving on your behalf. But they need your cooperation. They need your yes. They need you to believe, not in religion, not in doctrine, but in the fact that you are worth fighting for, that you are not forgotten, and that you were created for more than this temporary pain. Archangel Michael says you've been distracted by things that were sent to destroy your focus. People, situations, emotions, none of them were accidental. The enemy knew something massive was coming for you, so he sent confusion to cloud your clarity. He sent emotional storms to block your discernment. But it didn't work. You're still here. Even broken, you're still standing. Even tired, you're still breathing. Even when you thought it was over, God was secretly sustaining you. And now, the purpose behind that suffering is about to unfold. But not if you ignore this. This message has spiritual weight. There are angelic forces pressing into your atmosphere right now. Some of you are feeling chills, some are feeling tears rise up for no reason. Those are signs that this is real. Heaven does not operate on chance. Heaven operates on divine orchestration. And you've reached the intersection of time and destiny. You are being handed a scroll. What you do with it matters. Ignore it, and it will seal itself. Open it, and it will unleash everything you've prayed for and more. God says, I am not just restoring what you lost. I am increasing what you never knew you could have. The people who left you, the ones who hurt you, the ones who misjudged you, they had to go. Because what I am giving you now is holy, and they cannot be part of it. I'm not punishing you. I'm protecting your purpose. Some blessings require isolation before manifestation. I am clearing the space so the Real can enter. You thought you were being abandoned, but you were being repositioned. You thought you were being punished, but you were being prepared. You thought I was silent, but I was speaking to the storm so you could survive it. Archangel Michael says if you open your heart in the next few minutes, things will accelerate rapidly. You will see signs in your dreams. You will feel divine intervention in your finances. You will feel peace in situations that used to make you panic. You will receive messages from people you thought you'd never hear from again. And most of all, you will begin to feel me, God, close to you again. Not as a distant figure, but as the Father who never stopped loving you. This is a breaking moment. A barrier is crumbling. A curse is reversing. A burden is being lifted. But if you ignore it, it will pass. There is a time and season for every breakthrough. And this is yours. But it requires your presence. You cannot sleep through this. You cannot postpone this. You cannot let the voice of doubt speak louder than the voice of destiny. This is too important. This is too sacred. This is about your future, your legacy, your calling, your healing. And heaven is fighting for you to claim it. You must trust me now, says the Lord. You must believe that even when things feel unstable, I am anchoring you. Even when the future feels unclear, I am walking ahead of you. Even when your faith is small, my grace is big enough to carry you. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to believe enough to open the door. That's it. Just one small yes. That yes will unlock a flood of divine assistance. That yes will shift the trajectory of your life. There's someone connected to you who is waiting on your breakthrough. Your obedience in this moment is tied to their freedom. It's not just about you. It's about the generation after you. It's about the people who will find healing through your story. It's about the lives that will be touched because you chose to believe one more time. You are the one heaven chose. You are the one who carries the key. You are the one who was born for this. Don't let fear rob you. Don't let past pain talk you out of future glory. Archangel Michael says, "This is your final warning. I will not speak again like this. I am here now. I am hovering near you. I have my sword ready to destroy every demonic agenda that has been assigned to your life. But I can only intervene if you say yes. You must surrender. You must believe that this is the moment." 5 minutes. That's all that's left. You've waited years for change. You've cried in secret, begging God for a sign. This is it. The sign. The voice. The call. The trumpet. God says, "I love you. I always have. Even when you walked away from me. Even when you doubted me. Even when you cursed the skies because the pain was too much. I still held you. I still watched over you. I still covered you while you slept, even when you didn't believe I was real." That's what unconditional love looks like. And now, I'm not asking for perfection, I'm asking for surrender. Let go. Open your hands. Lay the fear down. Lay the control down. I've got you. I always did. Your life is about to change. But only if you act. Only if you respond. Only if you embrace this divine urgency. The 5-minute window is closing. The angels are waiting. The books of heaven are open. You are at the edge of breakthrough. This is your final call. Answer it. Receive it. Walk into the divine light that has always waited for you. You are safe. Nothing will go wrong. God is with you. Archangel Michael is with you. Heaven is fighting for you. You only need to say yes. Right now. Archangel Michael says this is only for you. This message has been sent with urgency. This is not something that can wait, not something to put off for later. Right now, you are standing in a moment that will not repeat. Heaven is wide awake and watching you. 5 minutes. That's all that's left before something spiritual shifts in a way that you will feel in your bones. Archangel Michael's voice trembles, not in fear, but in divine intensity. He is standing with his sword glowing with light, saying, "Child of God, if you ignore this now, I will not be able to help you again." He is not threatening you, he is pleading. He is warning with divine love. This is the last 5 minutes before heaven makes its next move. You cannot afford to miss it. There is something massive about to change in your life. It's already in motion. The angels are not preparing, they have already been released. The command has been given. The orders have gone out. And this message is your final alert before the breakthrough comes like a flood. The shift will be undeniable. The ground you walk on will feel different. The atmosphere around you is already being rewritten. What was blocked is opening. What was dead is reviving. What was quiet will now roar. But the condition is this: you must receive this message now. Open your spirit, open your soul. Heaven has chosen this minute to speak directly into the deepest parts of your being. God says, I've seen how much you've been through. I've watched you sit in rooms full of people and still feel completely alone. I've seen you try to smile through heartbreak, seen you pretend to be okay while silently falling apart inside. You've carried weights I never meant for you to carry. You've blamed yourself for things that weren't even your fault. You've cried into pillows so no one would hear. But I heard. Every single time, I heard. And now I come not just as your creator, but as your deliverer. I am not here to watch anymore, I am here to act. I am here to speak. I am here to move. And I am telling you, do not let these 5 minutes pass in silence. Speak to me. Invite me in. Archangel Michael says this message was guarded. It had to pass through many layers of darkness to reach you. Demons tried to stop it. Negative energy tried to block it. The enemy tried to delay it. But it arrived anyway. Because you were never abandoned. Because heaven always had a plan. Because no matter how deep the pain, the promise was deeper. And now, as you hear these words, your heart knows it. There's something shifting inside you, something waking up. That's your soul remembering. That's your spirit rising. That's the divine spark catching flame again. You thought you were alone. You thought no one saw the effort you made just to keep going. But every step you took was counted in heaven. Every time you chose not to give up, even when it made no sense, it echoed through eternity. Your tears watered the seeds. And now, the harvest is close. But hear me now, you can't walk into this next chapter with the baggage of the last one. You can't carry bitterness into blessing. You can't carry fear into favor. Let it go. Lay it down. I am doing a new thing, and it requires a new you. There are people in your life who were never meant to stay. Some will disappear in the next 5 minutes, not physically, but spiritually. Their grip on your energy will be broken. Their hold on your heart will loosen. Because I am severing soul ties that never came from me. You will feel lighter. You will breathe easier. The voices of guilt, shame, and doubt, they will go silent. Because my voice will now be louder. My presence will now be stronger. My love will now be undeniable. You may not understand why things had to happen the way they did. But I was there in all of it. The betrayal didn't break you, it built you. The rejection didn't ruin you, it redirected you. The silence didn't mean I left, it meant I was preparing something greater than you could imagine. You didn't lose time. You didn't fall behind. You were right on schedule for my divine plan. And now, this is the minute it begins to make sense. The minute your spirit remembers why it was sent to this earth. The minute your destiny opens like a scroll written by my own hand. Archangel Michael says you are being watched right now, not by people, but by angels. There are heavenly beings standing around you, holding things that belong to you, scrolls with your name, gifts wrapped in light, miracles with your fingerprint on them. They are waiting for your response. Your willingness to believe again. Your choice to say yes. You don't have to know all the answers. You just have to trust. That trust is the key. That surrender is the door. Open it. You are not too broken. You are not too late. You are not too far gone. In fact, you are exactly where you need to be for this moment. I allowed the shaking so that everything not built on me would fall away. I allowed the silence so you could hear me more clearly. I allowed the pain so you could finally reach the place of surrender where miracles begin. And now, I'm saying, look up. Your help is not coming. It is already here. You will begin to feel a physical change in your body. For some, it will be warmth in the chest. For others, a wave of emotion. Some will feel a presence, as if someone invisible is holding them. That is real. That is me. I am showing myself because the time for subtle signs is over. I am making myself known. There will be undeniable confirmation within the next few hours. A text, a call, a door opening, something you've been waiting for will begin to unfold. Don't doubt it when it comes. Don't second guess it. It will be strange, unexpected, and divine. Archangel Michael says that if you ignore this, he will not be able to intervene again. He says with love but firmness, heaven cannot interfere where there is disbelief. He's protected you long enough. He's fought battles for you in the spirit realm that you never saw. But now, he is stepping back unless you step forward. This is not punishment. It is divine justice. You must participate in your deliverance. You must say yes to the calling on your life. You must choose faith over fear. You must choose to believe this message was sent for you. This is not just a moment, it is a divine collision. Earth and heaven are meeting in this space, through these words. Your future is being rewritten. Your past is being cleansed. Your present is being saturated with glory. I am pouring out healing now. Emotional, physical, spiritual. You will feel it in the days to come. The anxiety will lift. The confusion will settle. The heaviness will leave. Because I am replacing what was taken. I am returning what was lost. And not just returning, but increasing. You will have more than enough. Your finances will shift. Your relationships will align. Your health will stabilize. Your dreams will come alive. Not because you earned it, but because I promised. And my promises are not like man's promises. I do not change my mind. I do not break my word. I do not abandon my own. And you are mine. You have always been mine. Even when you walked away. Even when you doubted me. Even when you gave up on yourself, I never gave up on you. 5 minutes. That's all you have to fully embrace this moment. Don't overthink it. Don't analyze it. Feel it. Receive it. Speak to me. Right now, whisper if you must. Say, I receive it. Say, I trust you. Say, I surrender. That is all I need. Your words are powerful. Your agreement gives heaven permission to move on your behalf. Speak life. Speak faith. Speak victory. The words you say in this moment will echo into your future. Use them wisely. The enemy will try to distract you. Even now, thoughts may come saying this is not real. But you know the truth. Your soul feels it.